So I'm going to show you how to use Studio One and the Reason Rack. The Reason Rack's useful because it's got some really nice players which help with making music, and also some really nice instruments too. You've got to have a Reason beyond version 11. So the first thing to do is in Studio One is to get your Reason Rack plugin and stick it on a new track. And that's going to take a few seconds to load up. There we go. And now we're going to stick, the first thing I wanted to show you was an amazing player called BeatMap. When you stick BeatMap in there, it adds a MIDI out, and that automatically goes out to your DAW. But when you push run, nothing happens because it needs to, it's just MIDI that's going somewhere, but it's got no player. This is just well, this is called a player, but it needs to have sounds coming through. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to here, and we're going to get Impact, which is the beat making thing from Reason, from Studio One, and I'm just going to load my Amapiano presets. So you got that's all working fine. So now what we do is we've got to go to, that's all fine there. I'm going to just go to the input of this one and make the input the track, the Reason Rack track. So when I then push play, so it's picking up it picks up the sounds from the Reason Rack, and you can hear if I change things, it'll change the beat significantly. So I'll just play it. So that all sounds terrible. So say, let's say I like something here. Let me just push play here again. So maybe I like this, and I'm just push record on Studio One. So I've recorded that. Now I can go to the rack, and I can just disable it. There's no, so I can just play what I've recorded in Studio One, and it's completely separate from the Reason Rack, which is really nice. So you can have it completely independent once you've recorded out. So that's really, really nice. Other thing I wanted to show you was, for example, how you might have let me just get rid of this thing. In the Reason Rack, let me get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of that as well. I'm just going to go to players. For example, I just got a Dual Arpeggio. And I'm going to just get a sort of I don't know what anyone, so just some sort of arpeggiated sequence there, and now I'll go to a track that I want to make this to actually make the sound. Again, I choose the Reason Rack as the input, and I just enable this one, so I guess they're both visible. On the Reason Rack, it's got all inputs, so when I push my keyboard, I mean, it's a horrible example, but let's just see if there's anything that doesn't sound so horrible. Anyways, you can create your own. Let's just see my first waltz. Okay, so if I wanted to record this, so now, exactly as in before, I can disable this now, and now I've got the sound in MIDI that I could just use and edit as I want. So those are really quite a powerful way of being able to share, information from Reason and this really nice rack. There's some really nice instruments, by the way, that Reason has, which I like a lot. For example, there's well, process pianos is really interesting. I really like the where has it gone? There's one that plays sort of ethnic percussive sounds. Yeah, there's Pangea world instruments, a clang tuned percussion, radical piano, some really interesting things, which, you know, I mean, there's loads of sounds in Studio One. Obviously, you've got a whole world of stuff you can buy, but I had Reason in the past, and there's some really nice sounds that I've already got, so I don't want to go and buy libraries of more stuff. Yep, and it works perfectly well. All right, cheers.